Well, it is Friday for us. Got the skidder back together. Mickey's piling wood. Michael's working on the last row on this side. He's got a bunch still headed up out there. I ain't made my mind up yet if we're gonna let Mickey continue to process this wood here and put it in a pile and load our trucks today, or if we're just gonna go ahead and jump Mickey to the other side of the road, which is over there, and that opening just over the work truck y'all see. Delimbinator is here. I am working on chains. We're fixing to pull these rods out, and I don't know if I'm gonna put new chains in it today or not, but I'm going to be getting everything prepped, get these chains out. I may go on ahead and get these two short rows down here. Got a pry bar because see them vines all wrapped up in that. You got to get them pulled down loose from it, and same thing in here. I don't know if y'all can see that in there, but it's big old vines wrapped around them drums. One of the downfalls of having vines in your wood, it gets wrapped up around the drums on this Delimbinator. But I'm going to be busy doing this today. Like I said, we're getting almost done here. They give us 2 extra loads of quota today. So we're going to end up getting 13 today. That'll put me at 57 total for the week. So that's good. Kind of help make up a couple of them that we lost last week and then the week before. See Michael coming in back there. Got a big pile of trash here. Matt's fixing to get on this skidder. We just got it finished, put back together. He's fixing to get on it and go tote trash. Help Michael finish pulling this headed up wood, or skidding if there's anything left here to be skidded, I'm not sure. And then he's going up front to our first set where the big wood pile is up front, and he's going to put or clean that set up. So busy Friday morning, a little bit more busy than we were anticipating. You see it's kind of overcast looking. Got a nice little breeze this morning. It actually feels a little coolish even though it's like 74, 76 degrees outside. It's still pretty humid, but got a decent breeze. It's not near as hot, so I'm gonna do a little bit of my outside work right now and get that caught up before it gets so hot. And yeah, we're just gonna piddle with this Delimbinator and get the chains all ready on it and done. I gotta bring the pressure washer out and wash the radiator on it. Gotta bring the pressure washer out and wash the head on the 718 because it has an oil leak on the saw. And to get to it, to find exactly which line it is, we're going to have to pressure wash stuff. But busy Friday morning. Thought we was gonna have a pretty easy Friday, and then they called and gave us some more loads, and I'm not complaining. I'm just, you know, we thought we were gonna have one day, and then about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon that changed. So all good with that. We can use the extra money. We can use always use the extra money. You can't, that's money. That's you can't have enough of it, you know. So anyway, guys, y'all just sit back and get ready. I'm gonna try and include some drone footage in today's video or something. Just want to show various clips of the machines working today, and other than that, it's all I got. Y'all just sit tight. We're gonna be back after a while with something more exciting than me standing here blabbering to y'all. I gotta get busy with these chains. I hate doing them though. God, I don't necessarily mind doing the chains. I hate digging them daggum vines out. I hate them things. All right, so we got the chains off the top drum. Looks all bare without no chains up there. So we come out with 2 10s. This is my 9 stack. I haven't counted them up yet. And this is the stack of 8s. We only had 2 chains on the top up there that were 10 long. Here, I'll go over to the truck and get y'all a 13 link, and we'll show y'all just how much longer a 13 is over a 10. That's 3 more links, and these links are like 2.5 inches long or something. mean, that's a lot of chain. This thing probably weighs, I don't know, I'd have to weigh it, but I'm just feeling it, 3-4 pounds, something like that. And then it's 44 chains on a drum. You times all that together, and that's gonna be your total rotating weight of this machine. All right, so now you can see the difference in length. These are the 10s. You can see where the scooted up just a little bit. You got your actually no, I went too far with it. There we go. This is how much chain we were losing. I'll get them right a minute. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's how much, 5, 6 inches, somewhere in there, is the total amount of chain that Mickey was losing, but not having to delimb on the long ones. And then on the shorter ones, which is these are 8 links, it was this much longer. Yep, right here. So this is how much longer of an area Mickey it would get against the trees and knock the limbs off of it. That's a big difference, and it makes a big difference. At the end of the day, where y'all see the trees where they'll get those little fuzzies left on them, the little fuzzy limbs, it's not quite getting the tree completely clean. Whenever it goes to getting this short like this, those chains, instead of actually beating on the tree and beating chunks out of the tree, it's just barely skimming the tree, so it don't knock the limbs off as easy. It increases your productivity tenfold. Oh God. What are you doing? That's what I like to hear on Friday. This is your stack of 8s, this is your stack of 9s, and you only had 2 10s come off the top. You were delimbing with 75% 8s on the top.
You told me you wanted them more out, I wore them suckers out.
Alright, so we're gonna watch Tank 22 cut some of these big trees off the roadside. See if he can't drop it. Oh yeah. That's a good one, Pawpaw. That's about a 16-inch budded tree. You see how that mess is all stacked up on top of the Tigercat? That is my #1 complaint from Tigercat, is that debris collecting on the machine. Tigercat, y'all get that fixed and y'all have a damn good machine then. You see how that straw is just raining down on it? So Brady has from right here where he's at all the way back down. I'm not sure if y'all can see where the big timber stops and the little timber starts right there. You should, but he has this whole corner cut ahead, which is good. It's what I like to see here. He's gonna go down this other road here, and I think he's gonna go on ahead and get this corner thinned out. When he gets back out here by the road, I'll turn the camera back on. That thing don't have a thinning wind in it, so he's having to look around, trying to get his attention, get this big one right here. It needs to go off the roadside too. I think he may have been just looking to see what he could cut out of his thinning right there. And he's gonna come back and daylight this roadside, because this tree here has got to go for sure. I will probably leave this one, but I wouldn't be mad if he cut it too. And these two big ones right here have got to go because Mickey's wood pile is going to be about where those two big trees are. Looks like he may just come on down in here and start thinning his next row. I'm gonna go get him on the CB real fast, get him back up here to cut these 4 trees off the roadside. So just something to show y'all real quick. This is gonna be our next set that we're gonna get in. And y'all see where none of this has been thinned yet. It's been first thinned, it's waiting to be second thinned. And we're fixing, you know, it's time of standing there. Some of those trees are running very short. So this is what it looks like unthinned, and this is what it looks like thin. You see how we've left a knot, and don't look at like there's a fork right there, yeah, right there, and there's some other little ones right here. There's another fork right there. I have still yet to thin. There's about a machine width right here. You can see where it's like dark right there. All this on this edge right here has not been thinned because this is where we've been parking our pickups and stuff. Y'all can see down there where it lightens back up like it's supposed to be, and down there too. But anyway, you can see how it's nice and open and thin, and the trees have room to grow and make nice logs. And you look over here, you see how the tops are all squoze up on themselves, everything like that. The next time the canopy will look like this, it'll be time to be clear cut. So all right, we got him up here to cut these 4 trees. So I lied to y'all, we ain't gonna get the drone out. I gotta call DJI and talk to them. It aggravates me that I can't have the audio with it. I like having the audio with the drone and having to set up something to record audio. If I had time to do all that, yeah, that's great. But take the time to set up a camera to record the audio, match everything together in post, it's just aggravating. Still have my old drone. I may just have to start using it for vlogging purposes. So I was asked from the video with the 820 or the 853 we was riding in it. From the first video with it. Well, why don't I cut the underbrush down instead of just knocking it out of the way? Or instead of knocking it out of the way, why don't I cut it and pile it out of the way somewhere? And that would work somewhat. But whew, he's on a stump. That thing's tippy. And it ain't gonna turn over or nothing, but it's just rocking like a rocking chair. But anyway, if you cut that stuff, you're either going to have to lay it in your row or you're going to have to lay it in your down row middle. And if you lay it in your down row middle and it goes on the side that you've not already thinned, it's gonna be in your way. It's not gonna be out of the way. The way you knock that stuff down most of the time, you're knocking it backwards, like out of your way and into an area where you've already cut. Sometimes it don't happen that way, but I love that sound. Sometimes or most of the time, that's what you're shooting for, is getting it done that way. If you spent the time that everybody thinks you should spend cutting all the bushes out of the way, one, you've never worked a thinning operation. A thinning operation in my area that has the underbrush that it has, because this is, I ain't gonna say this is the worst area. This is probably like one of the top 3 worst areas I've ever worked for underbrush. See how that stuff's clay cake on the back of that machine, and it's on top, and that stuff shakes and falls down. It just clogs up there. I'm telling y'all, Tigercat put me some angles on top of that dadgum machine so that trash slopes away and back. Either away that way or do it back, something. Get it to where it gets off that machine. That is a fire hazard. That stuff on top of the roof up there where the operator is, if he turns over, falls in a hole, whatever, and he has to use his emergency hatch, he cannot get out of that machine because you cannot lift the roof. You cannot lift your escape hatch. That is a safety hazard. It's not good. Anyway, back to the underbrush stuff. There's just no possible way to, I mean, yeah, you could come out here and cut underbrush all day long if you want to. Bush hog it for them. Go buy you a little mulcher. Go out there and make it look like a state park. You don't get paid for that. Kind of like the thing with the dozer. If I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not doing it. I'm paid to cut wood, skid wood, delimb, process, load wood. That's all one process, delimb, load. That's all one function. I'm not taking my time to go out through them woods and mow down every little bush and stack every little bush out of the way. If you were on a job where you are like up north, where you roll in a couple of months ahead of you know, your trucks and everything else, sure, go out there and cut all that mess like that. That machine's got to cut me somewhere in the neighborhood of, on an average, I'm expecting a bare minimum in bad wood, 300 tons a day. That's a 30-ton average on 10 loads. I'm expecting really close to, in this type of timber, that thing needs to be cutting me, right now that machine's doing me somewhere around 15 loads a day. That's, you know, you can't just come out here and there's no better way to say this, piss off time by trying to do everything perfect. Sometimes you just have to get the job done to survive, to make ends meet. I mean, you think about all the fuel you're burning and the time you're wasting. You just can't do that all the time. Yeah, you got wood piles piled up everywhere. And wood, we're over a day ahead of the skidders. We're almost 2 days ahead of the skidders now. But you have to run wide open like that all the time in our environment. That's why it's so hard to get someone new into a logging job that's never been in logging before, because you hit the ground running wide open every morning. We show up, we get out of these trucks, we go wide open all day long. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it is to make ends meet, to survive. That's just logging today. Logging used to be really laid back, unless you got on a big company type job. Any job you go to anymore, unless you're on some little independent job that does little yard jobs and stuff like that, most every logging job you go to is at a super high rate pace. Just like our stuff, we run in one skidder, one loader, one cutter full time on my job year round. And at the end of the year, for the year 2019, we had a 54 load a week average. There you go. For 3 pieces of equipment, 2/3 of the time, that's moving wood. That's clicking along pretty daggone fast. That matches us to that actually puts us working a higher percentage per week than Dad's big job. So